to the cloud. Okay, so you may get a notification, Nikki, that says this is being recorded. If you just accept it, we're going to be good. And Brittany says she is good and she's praying for you, Nikki, okay?
Thank you.
This is awesome. So I wish I had my handheld. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is Monday, October the 20th, and Team Whip is back with another segment. And tonight we're going to be talking to Miss Wendy, quote unquote, Nikki Scott, about surviving my storms. And sometimes we think we be going through storms. And there are other storms that are worse. There are some storms that are light, but we don't know how it affects the other person. All we see is them smiling. And when you see Nikki, that's all you see is a smile. I mean, that beautiful smile. That's all she does is smile and giggle like she's doing now. We was talking earlier about it. She was nervous, and I told her, I said, I be nervous too. My stomach tear up every time I get ready to come on here. And I said, don't we're gonna be good because we're in the comfort of our own home. We're not sitting in front of a lot of people, but we appreciate everybody that has joined us tonight. So y'all, if I look like I'm asleep, I'm not. I'm trying to see with my glasses. I'm like Fred Sanford. Y'all, I got two or three pairs over here. I got one for the monitor, one for the computer, one for me to see the TV, one for me to wear all day long.
Oh, great.
But I see Miss Jeanette Brown on here. Hey, Audrey Bailey, Gillum, Miss Brandy Hammock, Lashley. I see y'all. And Brittany said, that's right. Don't minimize anyone's struggle because you don't know how it's affecting each individual person. We got Sharon Dawson on here. Jeanette says, hey. And
Hey.
Brandy says hello as well. So, I'm looking at y'all. I told y'all I can't see. So anyway, without further ado, because I know you got a lot to tell us and we want to hear a lot from you. Um, I'm going to let you, and I said let you introduce yourself because I'm going to stop talking because I would try and introduce you, but that would not be fair. So let me just tell the listeners just a little bit about Team Whip. We just celebrated our 10th anniversary. We have been in effect since 2015. We had a wonderful celebration this weekend. We are a 501c3 registered organization that focuses on the breast health community. We service breast cancer patients, survivors, co-survivors, and their caregivers through an outreach of community-based and sponsorship programs here in Chambers County, Lee County, and in West Point of Troup, Harris County. Now, does that mean if you don't live in those counties or those areas, you can't attend or you can't participate? No, we welcome any survivor, any caregiver to come and join us because impact is just not in one number. Impact is a community, and that is what we need to make a difference in the lives and to empower and to show hope and to be resilient to those that are going through. So without further ado, Miss Nikki, will you introduce yourself?
Um, Hi everyone. I'm Wendy Scott. Most people call me Nikki. Um, I'm a ribbon holder for cervical cancer, breast cancer, and now throat cancer.
Okay,
So, hmm
hold on. Get your tissue if you have to, because I'm ready. I'm ready for this. So you say you are a ribbon holder, and I said I wasn't going to interrupt you. I was going to let you tell. I want to make sure that people hear this. You are a ribbon holder, a ribbon of breast cancer, cervical cancer, and throat cancer.
throat cancer is my newest one. About
That's your newest
maybe
one.
yes, maybe about 3 months now. You can tell my voice changes a lot, kind of like I got a cold. But yes, ma'am, three cancers.
Three cancers. Okay. Tell us, when was your first diagnosis and which one was your first?
My first diagnosis was cervical cancer. And that was in 2022. I found out in December of 2022, as a matter of fact. Um, I kept going to the doctor because I was bleeding a lot. Y'all, this might get graphic, and I don't think that's
But transparency is what we need. Transparency is what we need.
okay. So, um, I was bleeding a lot. Like, what I was thinking was maybe a cycle. Started getting really, really, really heavy. I would bleed maybe 3 months, and then I would go off for a couple of days, and I'll start back. So I kept going back and forth to the doctor. They found it, but wouldn't do anything about it. This was the first doctor that I saw. So by the time I got to my second doctor, it was kind of late, so I couldn't have a surgery. Um, I battled with just that one cancer up until 23, 2023 in February, and that's when I found out about my breast cancer. Um, and it wasn't like I found a lump or knot or anything. It was burning in the back of my arm, my
So,
right arm
okay, so you were diagnosed with cervical cancer first.
first. Yeah.
Let us go back because this is something we are learning to help educate the community on is advocating for yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm learning this myself too because I go back to when I was first diagnosed. What the doctor said, I was like, okay, I come home, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what we can do. But I'm learning now, we just because they are medical professionals, it does not hurt for us to read up on it,
Right,
advocate for ourselves, and get a second opinion.
right. That's right.
So you said the doctors, they let me ask this because the favorite word is we'll just keep watch of it. Was that something
Mhm.
that you heard from them?
I heard that from them, but then when I started begging for surgery, it was like they kept putting me off. They kept saying that maybe there wasn't enough beds in the hospital for them to do a surgery at that one time. Um, I don't have COVID, so I couldn't go into the hospital.
And you said this
They
was
didn't
in
have. It was
2022,
just a
right?
whole bunch of different, ma'am.
This was in 2022, right?
2022. Now COVID was in 2020, if I
Okay,
remember. There you go. See,
okay.
so they just played with me for a little while, and then I just told my dad one day. I said, "Well, I'm gonna try another doctor." And when I went to him, he was like, "Well, I can't give you a surgery." He said, "If I give you a surgery," because I went to him begging for a surgery. I didn't want to go through that.
Hmm.
I didn't want to deal with it at all. Um, but he was honest with me. He said, I'm gonna treat you like I treat my own family members, my
Wow.
own sister, my own mom, my own aunt." He said, if I give you a surgery, it may kill you.
Ooh.
He said, you don't want it to spread more and start aggravating other stuff or whatever. So I was like, okay, so what I need to do? And he was like, well, what we're gonna do is give you meds. And I was good with it. You give me meds because I wasn't planning on having kids. I wasn't planning on having no kids. Um,
Can I
so
ask you a question? Why were you not planning on having kids?
well, because I also had PCOS and endometriosis before I found out about the cancer, the cervical cancer.
Okay, and for
And it
those
would have
who
been
don't
it
know
would
what PCOS is, that's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And that's part of the female reproductive system
right.
also. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So so he gave me medicine or whatever, and he told me, he said, well, you're gonna have to take these. And he said, if there's some he said it'll be a miracle if you had some change down there to actually get, a surgery. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of. So he gave me the meds or whatever. I went on about my business. I kept going to my doctor's appointments or whatever. And I thought, okay, it's gonna be fine. I have irregular cycles for a while, and I just have to deal with it, like that. And I mean, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't planning on having kids. February of 23
Mm-hmm.
is when I found out about my breast cancer, and I really didn't know that could have happened like that. I didn't know that you could carry more than one cancer at one time. I didn't know, you know.
Now, because this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you just spoke before I interrupted you that it wasn't a lump. You said you felt a burning sensation. Where did you feel that burning sensation?
Like in the back of my shoulder blade and my arm, my right arm.
Mm, mm. Okay, so you felt the burning sensation. Was that something that prompted you to go to the doctor, or
I went to the doctor a few times, but they never could find anything. And then like the third time I went, I don't know, like yeah, it was around the third time I went, and I asked them could they do a mammogram because I read something that said that you could have more than one cancer at one time.
Mhm.
I didn't know if that was true or not. But
Wow.
when I went to the doctor, I asked them for a mammogram. They asked me all the questions. Have I ever had any, problems there or anything? I'm like, no. They asked me, did it run in my family? No, I didn't think it did.
Okay, so you were covering the base. Well, they were covering the bases. They was
Right,
asking about the family history.
right.
Never had any family history of it. They was asking about you. Did they ask you your age?
They did.
Okay, so how old are you in February of 2023, if you don't mind me asking?
I was 39.
39. You had already been diagnosed with cervical cancer.
And that's the only reason why that they went ahead and did the mammogram because I had cervical cancer. That's why they went on ahead and did the mammogram.
Mm. So you're 39. They ask all the questions as they do. Um, you're going in for your mammogram. What takes place?
They ran a bunch of tests or whatever. Before I could go home, I got a call back saying that I did have breast cancer. And me at first, it was like, no, it ain't, no way. No way.
No way you could have multiple cancers.
That's what I felt. No way that I can have breast cancer. Just no way.
Why, let me just ask you this. Why did you feel that way?
Because I just didn't think that it could happen to me. Like I didn't hear of no family
Mm-hmm.
having it.
So you're thinking because there's no family history of it, no one ever talked about it. How
Right.
how could it be you? Why is it in you? Why are you having to deal with this?
Yes, ma'am, that was me. Why do I have to deal with this?
Mm. Okay, so you've been diagnosed with cervical cancer, you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, and they performed a mammogram, and you said before you could get home, you got the call that it
Yes,
was
ma'am.
breast cancer. What was your next what was your next thought? What was the next step for you?
I called my dad. I called my dad.
Mm-hmm.
If nobody knows that he's my best friend. I tell him everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, baby, you got it. You can handle it. I mean, and And he was right. I can handle it. I, I don't believe God would have gave it to me if I couldn't.
You know what I heard one time? I heard a gentleman say that God don't give it to his strongest battles. He don't give his battles to the strongest. He give his battles to the most faithful.
Mm,
He give his battles to the most faithful. So you've been diagnosed, you call dad your best friend. And that's
yes,
something that you have to have somebody that you can talk to, that you can relieve your worries to, someone that can that will allow you to cry on their shoulder, so to speak. He encourages you that you got this.
he did. He said, "You got it." He said, "You got a lot of people." And Draco was there like from the beginning, like
Mhm.
October 2022. That's when we started dating. December 2022 is when I, I found out about my cervical cancer. And in my mind, in my heart, I just know, okay, he finna tuck his tail and run.
Mm,
He
mm.
did.
So that's something else you were thinking about. Let me not just be real. That was something else you were worried about.
Yeah, I was. But
Okay?
he said that day, he was like, no, he said, I got you. He haven't left yet. And I'm talking about, I think, let me scratch that. I know I don't gave this man hell. Oh, I have. He'll tell you. He's sitting right there. He will tell you. I don't gave him hell. I know I have.
But he's still right there.
He's still right here.
He's still right there.
Mhm.
So you get the diagnosis and you talk to your dad, you told your boyfriend,
Mhm.
but you was worried that hey, he may leave. Still worried that he may leave. So after
Mhm.
you get the diagnosis, have you had surgery yet?
No surgeries. Not allowed to have any surgeries at all, unless it's like uh outpatient.
Okay, so they
About
didn't
it.
want to do surgery on the cervical cancer because it was a high risk.
Right. It's a high risk.
And okay, it's the same doctor that said that he would treat you like family.
Mhm.
That's what we want to hear. We want to be with these physicians that gonna treat us like family, not gonna just treat us like another number, another patient. Like,
Right.
oh, don't explain anything. So he sat you down and kind of explained to you what was going on.
Yes. And he said, I'm not gonna do it. He said, I'm not gonna do it. He said, I don't wanna take you through more stuff or take your family through some stuff and I know you might not make it out of it. He said, I don't want to do that.
Wow. And this is the same thing with breast cancer. When they found the cancer in your breast area. No surgery.
No surgery. Not allowed.
So what are you thinking at this time? I got cancer inside of me. Y'all won't do perform surgery to get this out of me. What am I to do?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. And then not only that, right after I found out about breast cancer, I found out that I'm pregnant. So
Wait a minute. Cervical cancer, then breast cancer.
and
And
then
then
I
you
found
find
out.
out you with child, but you said
Mhm.
you hadn't thought about having a baby. You hadn't thought about bearing a child because you suffer with PCOS. And then
Mhm.
you find out you're pregnant.
Yes.
Nikki, come on, tell me. Where were you? Where was your mind?
Honestly, when I found out I was pregnant, I was okay. It's like it took all the other stuff away.
So you were happy that you were
Mhm.
able to conceive
Mhm.
because of what you had suffered from before.
Right. I never thought it was possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got two cancers, no surgery, and then you find out you're pregnant. And you're happy again.
I'm happy again. Yeah.
You're happy again. So right now we don't have any raging seas. Where are we going when we find out we're pregnant?
I called Draco. I told him. As a matter of fact, before I went to the doctor, he had already told me that I was pregnant. And I'm like, no, you lying.
Come on now.
You know. So um, but for a good 3.5 months, we were like the happiest until I went to the doctor in September. When I went to the doctor in September, I I don't like talking about this, y'all. Oh, when I went to the doctor in September,
And you don't have to. You don't have to.
when I went in September, I had an ultrasound. The doctor said, "Well, Miss Scott, there's a second heartbeat."
So the second heartbeat was your heartbeat and the baby?
No, two babies.
Are you serious, Nikki?
Yeah.
So going from believing you can't conceive a child to conceiving twins
Yeah.
in the middle of a storm, surviving two cancers, you conceived twins.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
After he told me about the second heartbeat, he said, "Well, we got to terminate." So as fast as I got him or had him, they were taken away.
For y'all that are just joining us tonight, we're talking with Nikki Scott, who is surviving multiple cancers, who suffered from PCOS, to find out that she could conceive and she was pregnant with twins. She's suffering from cervical cancer and breast cancer. And y'all know this month is October's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we wanted her to come on and share her story as much as she wants to share. So, as quickly as you found out that you had conceived too, you had to terminate it because of the cancer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were they getting ready to treat you for your cancers, or were you in treatment?
I was actually in treatment.
You were in treatment.
Um, I had been doing oral medications for mm, since the beginning when I came to when I got the new doctor,
Mm-hmm.
started giving me oral medication because there was nothing that they could do
So
for
they was
for the
giving,
for the cervical cancer. There was nothing that they could do. So like right after I lost um the babies, I ended up having to take the infusions, and I was going on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. to Spencer.
Mm-hmm. Now you got some support on this line. We have a message from Miss Christina King. She said, "It's okay, friend." She said, "You got this." And she's got a strong arm and she's got praying hands up. I saw a lot of hearts going up when you were sharing about this. And Miss Jeanette Brown, she said, "Don't you worry, because God got you." Y'all give it up for Nikki. Y'all just I'm let's see some hearts. Let's see some hearts. Miss Christina also says that was the Lord showing you that He, come on now, I'm trying not to go there. He has the final say. So no matter the outcome, keep fighting. We gotta keep fighting. And we're gonna fight with you, Nikki. You have a strong support group. I mean, your resilience that I have seen since coming in contact with you just a year ago has made me have a different outlook. You've impacted me by how strong you are, because every time I see you, you have that beautiful smile and you just hey and that little giggle, and I don't have a clue as to what's going on behind your smile. I don't have a clue as to what's going on behind that giggle. Um, Miss Nikki Franklin, she said, "Thanks for sharing your story with us." She said, "Just keep going." That is something we have to learn to do. And I know it's hard for you. You work, don't you?
I do. At uh Fairfax Elementary.
So you're working every single day.
Trying to.
Troy, you girl, you're working every single day. You're not laying down. When they said fight like a girl, I'm talking about you fighting like a champ, because you're going to work. You all of this is taking place with you, and you steadily find time to go and empower children. Be a loving, nurturing role model in the classroom, all while you are weathering your storms.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Christina King said, "You a bad mama jamma." Miss Shirley Heath, who we interviewed a few weeks ago, she says, "But God, but God." I we truly believe in that God does have the final say so. And He's proving Himself not only to you, He's proven Himself to us. Because
Yes.
I didn't know this. I didn't know you were having twins. So you've got the diagnosis. They can't treat you. You're taking infusion. They had to terminate your pregnancy. So
Yes, ma'am.
where are we now? Where are we now?
I think I cried for a few days, weeks, maybe. Anytime I seen a baby, I cried.
Mm,
Yep. I remember sitting in church one Sunday and a baby was sitting in the front of me and Draco. And I bawled.
wait a minute. Now you going to work and you going to church.
Yeah, I'm going to church.
You going to church.
I'm going to
Going
church.
to work. You going to church and you
Mhm.
going through all this. Why are you still going to church? Help some of those who can't understand why you are still going to church.
You told him earlier, you said, behind that smile, behind that giggle, I wouldn't know she going through all of that. It's all.
Mm,
It's my faith. It's God. I wouldn't be able to do it without him.
my Lord, His strength. Mm. Miss Jeanette said, yes, she do have that beautiful smile. Yes, she does. Most definitely she does. So you're going to church, you're going to work, and you're going to the doctor's office. So
Yes, ma'am.
we're now I think it was maybe May 2025. What took
Mhm.
place in May of 2025?
May 2025 is when I found out about my throat cancer.
So you find out about your throat cancer in May. So y'all just tuning in. December, no, November 2022, you start dating. December 22, you were diagnosed.
October 2022 is when me and Draco started dating.
Okay, October 2022, you start dating. December of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
found out you had cervical cancer.
Yes.
Then February of 23, you found out you had breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
September of 2024, you found out you had conceived. Then you found out it was twins.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2024. And then we come in to May of 2025. You were diagnosed with throat cancer.
Yes, ma'am.
All while still working, all while still going to church.
Ma'am.
So I heard a little birdie said you got a ring put on it. When did that take
Oh,
place?
January of this year. Actually, it was New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve.
Okay, so those are the fireworks, of course. Some fireworks. Okay, so we're bringing in the new year as a bride to be.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then we get another blow, or let me say another storm arises. And we are here now in October of 2025. Where do you stand now with your health?
Oh. And Draco, can you give me some tissue? She gonna make me cry.
Baby, you just
Look,
don't
she done
cry
made me cry.
before now.
Um, right now, I'm
Mhm.
currently taking dialysis because I keep getting fluid around my heart and lungs. So we're taking dialysis to try to get the fluid off that way. And it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. I can't do nothing but sleep when I get home.
And that's what you need to do. From other patients that I have known that take dialysis, is normally the day of that they have dialysis, they are very weak. Because dialysis, it pulls everything out of you, filters it, and then it puts it back in you. Even though you're probably not moving, that is wear and tear on the body. But your resilience, you're still trying to work. I think I messaged you one day after I heard about it, and you was like, I was in the classroom. I said, in the classroom doing what? Me? I'm telling you, I'd have been at home laid down. I've been at home laid down. But and I'm trying not to cry.
Yep. I just feel like if I stop, I don't know. I just can't stop. I gotta keep going. If I stop, I don't feel like I would,
And that's been the message that a lot of them have been saying is you gotta keep going. You are inspiring so many. And I hate to open up those wounds tonight, but your resilience is what we need to see. It's what we are seeing. And Nick, it's a lot of people don't even know what you're going through, but you make it through day by day. You still find time to go to church and you still find time to praise God. You could easily have turned your back, and I'm not going to say on the church. You could easily have turned your back on the church. You could have easily turned your back on your boyfriend because you were worried that, hey, he's going to tuck and run. But you say he is still there and you giving him hell. That's
I was
what we do
giving them hell.
now. We do that pretty good now. But God loves you. He loves you. And we love you too.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
want to let you know that whatever you need, you let us know. We will try to be there for you in the best capacity that we can. I see some messages on here. I can't, my eyes are watering, so y'all, I can't see them. Miss Judy Finley says she loves us both. Danielle Brewer, do you know Danielle Brewer? I call it Danielle Brewer.
That's my cousin.
Yeah, she said that's family there. Sharonda, one of our team members, she says, bless you, beautiful. She said, keep fighting. So when we hear those words, and I'm just gonna back up just a little bit. This morning I was talking about serving beyond the color. We're more than October. You're more than September. You're more than October. So when you wear these colors, it hits differently for you.
Yes, ma'am.
It hits different from you. You have a different meaning when you put those colors on or when you put that little ribbon on. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you so much for this here. I'm not gonna hold you too much longer because I said about 30 minutes. I got a couple of more questions possibly. What would you share with others who may be going through? Is there anything you would have done differently?
No, I wouldn't. Just keep going. I wouldn't do anything differently. Keep going. Keep praying.
Keep going and keep
'Cause
praying.
what I learned when I found out, when I feel like I don't have nothing left, no energy, no strength, no nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I can always draw from my support, but mainly from God. And that's
Come
the
on,
only way I keep going.
come on. And you're also planning a wedding, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, tell it. We gonna tell it. We gonna tell it. We done cried. Now it's time to tell the good stuff. Now, y'all, she's planning. Y'all give us some hearts. She is planning a wedding,
Yes,
and we gonna
ma'am.
make this wedding happen, aren't we?
We are.
Yes.
Um, Next year in May, we're gonna do it big.
Oh, we gonna do it big. Big God, come through, big God.
I'm telling you,
Come
we
through,
need
big
big
God.
God.
Come through, big God.
This one.
You know what? I'm gonna be bold. Y'all, we gonna help her plan her wedding. No, let me take that back. We're not gonna help her plan her wedding. We're gonna help her pay for her wedding.
Uh,
We're gonna help you pay for your wedding. We're gonna do that.
I thought you said we was through crying.
We're gonna help you pay for your wedding.
I thought you said we was done crying.
Girl, you ain't seen me cry, baby. I flip pews.
Uh,
We are going to find a way. And I know it's enough people in this area that can help pay for your wedding because what you all don't understand, it costs for these infusions, it costs for dialysis, it
yes,
costs for medication. We hadn't even talked about medication. We're not even going to talk about medication.
please
I
don't.
know what my chemo cost me. I had 6 rounds. I know what it cost me. And I had two insurances. I was blessed to have two insurances to cover it. But you all, we've got to figure a way. Hey, Nikki Franklin, I love you so much. She said she's all in. She's all in. We are going to find a way to pay for your wedding. Yes, ma'am. I believe in the big God. I believe in the big God. And I know he'll come through. He's already proven himself over and over and over and over again. So May 2026, you will be getting married. You gonna be in your dress. You're gonna have your bridesmaids and your groomsmen with you. And we're gonna celebrate. We will celebrate. So I want y'all, and I keep looking over here because my Facebook is over here. Let me see if my eyes are cleared up so I can read some messages. Miss Elisa James, who's also a survivor, she said, yes, ma'am, don't give up. It's called community. You're right, Sharonlyn. And Christina King, she says, oh, wow, that is absolutely amazing. Girl, look at God work. We're going to watch him work. We're going to watch him work on this. Love and blessings. Yes, ma'am. That is what we do. We are here for the community. That is what we try to do. Miss Jeanette says she's marrying our nephew.
Yep.
We work together at McDonald's, as a matter of fact.
I told you that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he used to
He
stay on
copied
me all the
that.
time. And he was back there in the kitchen now trying to run the drive-through. You know, I think we were the oldest of in there. All everybody else was just a little young high school. But we like, y'all get over here and clean up. But me and Draco, we had some nights that we had some wonderful nights there. And I can vouch for you. You do have a wonderful man. You have a wonderful
Thank you.
wait a minute, she said Draco love her and we love her too. That's Miss Jeanette. So we're gonna figure out how we can do this. We're gonna come together and we're gonna do what we can do to help you out. Okay, we're gonna do what we can do to help you out. You've been a blessing to us tonight. You've been a blessing to us because what I see is strength and resilience. First of all, let me back up. I see faith. I see faith.
A lot of faith.
I see faith, strength, and resilience because you're continuing to work, taking dialysis, multiple cancers, and you're still functioning. You have not laid down. You still got your gloves on. You still punching and going and punching and going. And that I am proud. I'm proud of you for that. Nikki, I'm fixing to get off this phone because it's 7:45. It's 45 minutes. I appreciate anything else you want to share.
No, but when we have this wedding, we posting that invitation. Everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited. That's right. That's all right.
Everybody's invited.
That's all right.
Give me
Well,
something to look forward to.
you give me the date. I'll make sure my calendar is clear. If you have not secured a photographer, I will render my service to you for free. No charge, nothing at all.
Draco mouth even open.
That is my gift to you. Yes, ma'am. 6-hour wedding day. I will be there. Just tell me the date.
May 23rd.
May 23rd. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, without further ado, we're going to let y'all rest. And Nikki, I'll see you Saturday, I do believe. But y'all take care. Have a great night. And everybody out there in Facebook land, y'all keep praying for Nikki. Send her some loving hearts. Send up your prayers tonight for her, not just tonight, in the morning, for all our cancer survivors and our warriors who are out there on the battlefield. We love you, Nikki. Take care. We'll be talking, okay?
All right, I love you too.
Will, ma'am.
I said, okay, I love you too.
Okay, this is Team Whip. We're working to help those in pink. Y'all have a great night.